Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a little mini haul. It was my birthday a couple months ago and I got some as gifts and then some as gifts for myself and then one little straggler that I actually picked up just a couple weeks ago on a good sale. So let me go ahead and start with Dhama Bianca by Xerjoff, and this is the Casamorati line. This one actually has been featured on previous videos because I couldn't wait to wear it. So it comes in this really beautiful box. I got the 1 ounce size. I purchased this from Max Aroma. They had it on sale and I had some rewards points that I used. So I ended up getting it for about $80 or so, which I thought was a really good price. And it comes in this really nice box. The artwork is lovely. And you pull and slide it out, and then your fragrance is nestled into the box. You can already see the dent that I've made in it. Let me go ahead and it's going to be difficult. Let me pop that out. There we go. So here it is. Again, this is the 1 ounce bottle. Now, it didn't come like filled all the way up to the top, so I haven't worn this much since I've gotten it, but it was maybe up to here or so. So I have put a pretty good dent in it. I wore this a lot in the month of April because it was on my tray. Really, really beautiful fragrance. And I'm really glad that I treated myself and got this for my birthday in March. The next one I got is from MFK. This is Grand Soir. And again, I was able to find the smaller bottle. This was a fragrance that they didn't make in their 1.2 fluid ounce size. They either had the little cube that's 70 ml, and this is 35 ml, or you could get the really big bottle that's 200 ml. And so I just kind of held off because while I liked this scent, I didn't know how often I would get a chance to wear it, and I didn't want to have a big bottle I couldn't get through. And I just so happened to be online and saw, I want to say I got this from Macy's, I think. And they were having a sale as well. So I actually got this for about $30 off. And then I used, again, some cashback rewards. So I got even a little bit more off from that. But here is the 35 ml bottle of Grand Soir. And this is the size I always wanted when I first got a sample of this a couple years ago. And so I just hadn't reached for the fragrance. I have a couple little samples that I've been going through. So I actually haven't even opened this one up yet. Can't really smell it that much through the bottle. But let me go over some of the notes. Oh, I didn't do that for Dhama Bianca. I'll go back. So for Grand Soir, this is an amber fragrance. It has amber, vanilla, benzoin, tonka bean, labdanum, and lavender. And when I first smelled this, I liked the way it smelled, but it felt a little too potent for me. And definitely a little too masculine, but you have to let it wear on your skin. It really does develop and change with your body chemistry. So I love amber in fragrances. I like lavender. I like tonka bean. I'm not a huge fan of just pure vanilla fragrances, or at least I didn't think I was. But the vanilla in here is nice and it sweetens it up softly in the background. It doesn't make it feel like gourmand or anything. It's not a gourmand vanilla. But this opens up with kind of a, warm, slightly spicy amber. And then on my skin, it just kind of mellows out and becomes this, like soft, sweet, but not gourmand, just warm, inviting, really cozy, but sophisticated, classy fragrance. So I'm so excited to have this in my collection and to get it in this size. If I go through it and I want to repurchase, maybe I'll go up to the cube size. But this is one that I know I wouldn't wear absolutely all the time. At least I don't think so. And I've been trying to get into the habit of purchasing smaller bottles because I'm trying to keep my collection smaller and not have so much fragrance juice that I can't get through. Okay, so let me go back to Dhama Bianca real quick and then go over the notes of that. So in the top, this has kumquat and lime, and you do get that fresh, fruity, citrusy opening. But it's done really well. It doesn't feel fake or synthetic. It feels very natural, and it's really, really beautiful notes that it adds to this fragrance. In the mid, there's a lot of purple florals, which I'm discovering I really am a fan of. There's violet, iris, and lilac, and that offers this kind of soft, sweet, powdery scent, texture, feel to the fragrance. There's jasmine and lily of the valley, which is in a lot of the fragrances that I'm really enjoying, so I must love lily of the valley as well. In the base, there's vanilla, malt, musk, ambrette, sandalwood, and cedar. And this is an amber, floral, woody fragrance. Like the dry down is very woody on my skin, but it's not masculine, and the woody notes aren't overpowering or like barnyardy. If anybody's like concerned about the wood notes kind of overpowering and making you smell like you're out in the woods. The vanilla also is not, to me, a gourmand vanilla, and I actually pick up the malts note a little bit, especially when the weather started to warm up a bit and I was wearing this. The malt note was coming out and it was delicious. It was so nice. It was so good. But this is a really beautiful fragrance. I got a sample of it, sniffed it. I was like, oh, this is nice. But again, vanilla fragrances have not been my thing. At least I never thought they were. Gourmand vanillas definitely are not my favorites. They smell good, but I just don't like smelling like food. But this is very, very different, right? The vanilla and the malt in here just add this soft sweetness that help round out the florals, the citrus, and the woody notes. Beautifully blended fragrance, and I'm so glad I have it in my collection. If I keep wearing it at the rate I'm going to have to get another bottle soon. The next fragrance I got was a gift from my boyfriend, and this is Love Don't Be Shy Extreme by Kilian. I have the original one. I really like it. I had smelled the extreme version in stores, and I didn't really smell much of a difference. So I didn't think it was worth it, especially because I believe it's more expensive. But going back and listening to reviews and then, always thinking about, I was in Sephora, there's 5 million smells attacking your nose. Let me give it another shot. So there was a sale somewhere. I can't remember where. The sale's no longer happening. But this went on sale for like $150 off. So my boyfriend jumped on that and got it for me. So let me go ahead and open this up. And it comes right nestled in the normal way that Kilian fragrances do. Really beautiful. And I have spritzed it twice. Once when I first got it, and then I've worn it once last month just to kind of see how I liked it. So I'm not too familiar with this. The notes are neroli and bergamot in the top. The mid has orange blossom, which I love, and Bulgarian rose. And I have discovered, again, in the past year or two that I love rose fragrances. The base has marshmallow, vanilla, musk, and pomegranate. So I will say what I can tell so far, and again, I'm not familiar with this fragrance yet because I haven't really had a chance to really wear it, is that there is a lighter, fresher, fruitier aspect to it. I think it's the addition of more rose into this fragrance, as well as the pomegranate maybe, that gives it kind of that like slightly fruity, juicy kind of note. It's not necessarily a fruity fragrance, but it has a fruit kick to it. That's really nice. And again, fresh. So maybe better for summer than the original. If you find the original one too cloying in the summer, I don't, but I can understand how it would get that way. So I'm very excited to have this. I'm actually probably going to put this on my tray for the month of May to, get to know it and test it out and see how I like it compared to the original one. But I'm glad to have it, and I'm glad that it was purchased in the $200 range as opposed to, I think it's like $370 retail. And for 50 mLs, that is redonkulous, in my opinion. But that's just me. And then finally, the last one I have, and this is the one that I've been wanting forever. But again, didn't want to pay full price. And yeah, so I just was waiting to see if I could get it on a sale or a deal or something. And this is Maison Crivelli. This is Hibiscus Mahajad. This is a fragrance that I got a sample of from Twisted Lily. Twisted Lily is a great place to get fragrance samples. They have so many different fragrance houses and options, from, you know, affordable and designer to niche and kind of harder to get that they're not as mainstream. I got a sample from there, spritzed it, love at first sniff. Eyes rolling to the back of my head, absolutely gorgeous. So it comes in this box. It's got the Maison Crivelli logo embossed on it. And then lift the top off. And again, nestled in here. And it has this little insert in here. Perfume is a living experience. Oh, that's nice. That's true. It really is. So let me go ahead and pull it out. I just got the 50 ml. I was really tempted to get the 100 ml, but that one was so expensive. And again, trying not to buy huge bottles unless I know for a fact I am going to get through it. I'm going to wear it, and it would be something I'd make a, you know, second purchase of. I do love this one, but I don't know how the performance is, or, you know, you can't tell much from the sample all the time. So let me go over the notes here. So this has hibiscus, damask rose, vanilla, cassis, leather, peppermint, ambrette, and cinnamon. So, oh my gosh, it smells so good. So when I first sniff this, spray this, I get the hibiscus and the rose right off the bat. And then also something a little maybe spicy and fresh. I'm assuming that's the peppermint. It is a beautiful, tropical, exotic, very lush opening. It reminds me of this tea that I tried. I went to a tea house years and years ago when I was in maybe my early 20s. And they had a tea, and I think it was called the San Franciscan, but I'm not entirely positive. I can't remember, but it had hibiscus in it, and it smelled like the hibiscus that's in here, and it was a delicious tea. Like, we all bought little packets to take home. But yeah, this is a really beautiful rose hibiscus fragrance. I don't smell the vanilla so much, but I do feel the sweetness that it adds. You know, it helps to kind of round out the other notes in here. The cinnamon is probably what's giving it that little bit of spice, but not too bad. Again, it's not like a spicy fragrance. It doesn't remind me of the cinnamon that was in like Kayali's Invite Only. That cinnamon like burned my nose. I think it just adds a little bit of spiciness and freshness to it. I get the leather in here, but again, it's really well done and kind of like in the background, just adding this kind of depth and sexiness to the fragrance. I love this one, at least based off the sample. I'm excited to finally have, oh, it smells so good, a full bottle in here in my collection. So I can really give it some real wears, get to know it better, see how I like it, see if it's worth the hefty price tag. I actually bought this one from Twisted Lily well, at least when I did. I'm assuming it happens all the time. When I got samples, it comes with this little card with little sample strips on there so you can keep track of your notes. And there was a coupon code in there for 15% off. So I used that code and got 15% off this fragrance because I just couldn't find it on sale anywhere else in the US. That, you know, you could, I think, get it from Harrods or Selfridges, but for just one fragrance and the cost of shipping, to me, it wasn't particularly worth it. I wanted something that was close by. I was going to get it fast, but on sale. So that 15% I took advantage of and got this for myself. This was definitely the big birthday present I got for myself. I've been planning to get it for months. So these are the fragrances I have for my mini birthday haul, and then plus one more. This wasn't particularly for my birthday. This was just, I happened to spot it and thought, I'm in this, you know, buying myself something nice spirit, so why not? If you have any recommendations for me, please leave them down in the comments below. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.